So hi everybody, a very good morning. 11:45 by the watch. I'm Justin Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of I'm Decor and Design. We're in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions. And as you can see, the sun is out, and it could get brighter and more pleasant and more beautiful. We could look at more blue skies and stuff. But this is what we have for the day. I'm hoping it's going to get better. And I'm the founder and CEO of I'm Decor Design. We're in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions. And I've had like a pretty happening day yesterday as well. And after spending time with different people from a different country altogether, it is reasserted and it's kind of brought to realization the fact that it's so important to spend time with different people from different parts of the world, different communities, different industries and stuff. Because I've shared this before, it opens up a different thought process or an outlook towards the world and what you've been following on TV or on media and stuff, or what you've heard from here and there may not even be true about it because people who've lived in those other countries know those other people better. Okay, so that is inspiring me to kind of share a thought process on evaluating your associations and your friendships. So this is a read from a New York author who's talking about changing your attitude and changing your life. And I'm not saying that the company you keep got to be evaluated every now and then, but I'm a firm believer that the company you keep must have positive people in it, and I will tell you why. So, evaluate your friendships. It's very important and crucial to evaluate your friendships from time to time, even those you maintain for many years. Trust me, this isn't a minor issue. Those who occupy your time have a significant impact on your most prized possession, most valuable possession, which is your mind. Are you surrounding yourself with negative people? Are you surrounding yourself with people who do not work much, who are only spending their time on talking? Spreading stories, and for them it is only about leisure and stuff. If so, I'm going to ask you that after spending so much of time with these people, how do you feel? So that's a tough question, right? I mean, there's so many days when I don't feel like working and I just want to take a breather, and I simply want to disconnect and hang around with certain people I left behind and stuff. But the point is this, that what stops me or hold me back about those environments or thinking about those people is that by the end of it, how am I going to feel? So I asked myself three questions, and am I going to feel good? Am I going to have a positive experience? Are these going to be about personal issues and problems and stuff, or is this going to be a great experience, something which is easy on me and non-complicated and stuff like that? And the moment I have an answer, I know that I want to hang around with those people. Okay, so I'm not saying that all conversations and all chats and discussions can be planned and stuff, but the point is this, that you can choose your circle carefully. You can choose to be on your own as well. And the author is also saying that I'm suggesting yourself to limit or eliminate your involvement with some long-standing friends, and I kind of mentor this also to people in seminars. And most people will raise a hand and accuse me of saying something being cold or uncaring, and the audience will try and understand, should we be helping our negative friends instead of dumping them? So that's something which even I kind of think sometimes, that I kind of stand up for positive associations and stuff. Does that mean that negative people are bad? Does that make me a miserable person? Does that make me a bad person? But the point is this, that you have to understand why you're choosing to stay away from people and stuff. So the author sharing his experience, he says in most cases hanging around with these negative friends doesn't help me, but it actually helps them, because what they're doing is, by sharing their negativity and by sharing their stories of wars and troubles and other stuff, they don't want to change. They just want to be heard. They just are looking for soundboards and stuff, and they want to kind of consciously or unconsciously get your attention and stuff and have you kind of participate in those, because for them attention is important, being heard is important and stuff like that. I've been through this journey many a times, even at workspaces and stuff, and we have realized this, that there is a certain science or an energy behind this. When we are in the office or when we are in a certain circle, you will see that a certain kind of people start getting attracted to you, and a certain kind of people start moving away from you. So this is where you know that some people are worthy of your energy and your time and attention, and some people from a distance, something or the other will happen, and it'll tell you that don't go there. So trust your instincts on that and stuff like that. But at the same time, I will also contradict and tell you this, that when you want to break the ice with some people in a new grip, in a new circle, the whole group will also have certain people who may be nice, who may be kind of a little different and stuff. But if you have to break the ice, you have to hang around with them and stuff like that. I'm talking not about the professional environments, I'm talking about personal circles. Personal circles are equally important, most important, because when you spend time with people who are negative, the consequences, you are going to be feeling less happier, you're going to feel less successful, you're going to kind of look down on life, and somewhere or the other, the cassette or the garbage or story of those will play in your mind. So let me give you an example. A realistic example is, if I start following a certain news anchor, or I start reading a certain kind of a book, or I follow a certain kind of music and stuff, I'm going to get influenced by it and stuff like that, and I'm going to carry that, and I'm going to kind of have a ripple effect about it, and I'm going to talk endlessly about it and stuff like that. I'm going to be promoting it and stuff like that, okay? So that's why they teach you in most of the education places and the colleges, and in certain organizations, that culture is very important. What to think about, how to think about, and how important are positive people, because positive people can help you see that interacting and working along with people from different stuff helps, because they help you kind of do away with the gloom and the doom and stuff like that. So if a conversation, or if the time spent with someone doesn't encourage you, doesn't inspire you, doesn't give you positive energy, doesn't make you look forward and stuff, trust me, those are not the right kind of people to be with, because they're going to be sharing something unpleasant. They're going to talk about some low value stuff. They're going to be doing some negative shares and stuff like that. They'll dump all of it onto you and stuff and move on, and you're going to be kind of feeling, hey, what happened here? I thought we were going to have a good chat and stuff like that. They've done their job, and they've moved on, and they've left it onto you to kind of deal with it and stuff. So that's also called toxic or poisonous stuff and stuff like that. In friendships, we are told that we are supposed to be friends. You're supposed to listen to everybody without judging anybody and everything. But the point is, after a period of time, you realize that you have to take charge of how you want to feel and how you want to look at the world and stuff like that. And by giving energy and time to people to only share negative and blabber and gossip, or share unhealthy stuff or negative stuff, you're not helping them come out of it. You're actually helping them even throw more of that on you and stuff like that. And like I said, they're going to do their task, and they're going to move away, okay? So when you start having a conversation, excuse yourself, walk away, choose a different circle, go have a chai, coffee, listen to some different music. If you don't have company, pick up a phone and call some other friend of yours. Maybe you can start writing down or reading a book. Maybe you can change the environment or whatever. So choose people carefully and sensibly and stuff. And he also says good friends are good for your health. We pay so much of emphasis on emotional health and mental health and stuff, but we don't realize it, that actually if you want to be a good achiever or a positive or a happy individual, it's very important to surround yourself with positive, nourishing people who will lift you up and take you on the ladder of success. So you'll become more positive, you'll be more upbeat, you'll be kind of looking forward, you want to associate with those people, and without even thinking about how the conversation will go and how unpleasant it can be, what the shouting is all going to be all about, and what the energy is going to be all about. You're going to be able to carry the positive experience